Hi everyone, in this week's video I'm going to show you how to make the iconic bass patch from Kavinsky, Nightcall, on the Novation Peak. So let's get to it. First up, you'll want to initialize the patch. And for this, we're going to use 3 oscillators. We're going to use 2 sawtooth, which it's already set to. And then the third one, we're going to bring it over to the sine. For the mixer, we want to have more of the sine. We want more of the weight of the bass than we do of the 2 sawtooth. So for the mixer section, we're going to go full on oscillator 3, which is the sine. And then for oscillator 2, we're going to bring it down to about 99, and then oscillator 1 will go 94. From there, we are pretty much good with all this section, and we're going to move on to the amp envelope. The amp envelope, like I've talked about in previous videos, is effectively the volume of the whole synthesizer. So for this, we're going to have attack down to 0. Decay is going to be about 115. Sustain is 40, and then the release is going to be relatively low at 10. And this is going to give us a note that will, if we play it, thanks bud. So you can hear with the decay when I play it, starts high and then decays down. So we want a little bit more of the note held, so that's why we're bringing it up to 115. And you can hear it slowly goes off there. So that's all good for the amp envelope. Next, we're going to look at the mod envelope, and it's going to be pretty closely mirrored. So let's bring the attack down to 0. We're going to go decay all the way up to full. Sustain is going to be 10. And then we're going to set the release to 23. Now, the mod envelope is going to control this frequency. So instead of us having to go every time we want to hit a key or whatnot, we can use this mod envelope to control it, and the amount of this mod envelope that's introduced onto this filter is done by the envelope depth, and you can see there it's set to mod envelope 1. So let's set the frequency of the cutoff. We have a 24 dB frequency selected. We're going to set the cutoff frequency to 70, and then these numbers are super important, is the envelope depth, the resonance, and the frequency. So let's go for the depth. We're going to go to 51. Resonance, we're going to go all the way to 98. And this is where most of the sound is coming from, is that resonance. 98. And you can hear it, it's super bitey. If I took out the third oscillator, the sine wave, you hear it super thin. Add that back in, it still has that weight in there. And honestly, that's pretty much about it. So if I was to go and play now, really like that throaty sort of bass sound there. And I feel like using this patch like this is too close to the original, but having it really down is a super cool sound. So just something to keep in mind. And I know that I don't know, but I think that the original patch didn't have chorus on it, but I'd like to add a little bit of chorus to thicken up the sound a bit more. Nothing too crazy. And then just add a little bit of overdrive. And that's about it. Hopefully you got something out of this. If you want to see any more sound design videos, you can click probably a video here or here, and that's going to go to the Bicep Atlas lead, also made on the Peak, but again, can make it with any 3 oscillator synth, whether that be a plug-in or a hardware synth. And at the end of the day, hopefully I have inspired you to create something. Until next time, see you later.